Hey, this is Aurora with Healthy in Heels. And as you all know, every Friday I do Mi Vida in Heels, which means my life in heels, and I'll do something just a little different outside the box. It's not exactly a health post. And so today I'm actually here with Rachel, who is the leader and, founder and leader of the Survival Preparedness group here in San Diego. So we're going to be interviewing her and asking her a few questions about our group. So thanks for this time. We just had a great hike through Lake Hodges, where she showed us all these really cool things that are out there. And so can you tell us a little bit more about your group and how it started and what exactly you guys do?
Well, I basically started the group so that I would have a support system, and I wanted to meet other people out there that were into survival preparedness, other people that were concerned about what was going on, and I wanted to know how other people were doing things in order to prepare.
And what are you guys preparing for? I mean, I understand that your group has grown up to about 300 people in 1 year on Meetup. Is that correct?
Yeah.
And I know that you have everything from people who might be, Claudia, can you tell them to keep it down? Go. Tell them to keep it down. Sorry, I'm here with my kids, of course. So I know that you have everyone from people who maybe just want to prepare if there's an earthquake or something to kind of maybe the doomsayers that think the world is coming to an end. Can you tell us about?
We have everyone. We have all those kinds of concerns. We have the people that live in San Diego County and just our demographics. There's a lot of concerns. There's earthquake. There's the wildfires, which actually hit this park that we're in right now and was closed for over a year. And there's nuclear. After what happened in Fukushima, a lot of people were concerned with San Onofre, and that's why it's been shut down for 4 months. And so there's all those different concerns. And there's also the concern of, obviously economic. If there's something goes wrong with the economy. I mean, what just happened in September with the blackout, that was a huge thing. I mean, there was no more water left, there was no more flashlights, there was no more batteries, there was nothing. People couldn't get gas. I mean, people don't realize just having 10 gallons of gas could really save you a lot of trouble. You could use it to run, like my sister, she ran out of gas, she had to pick up her son from school. I mean, she came to my house, I gave her some gas. I mean, stuff like that they don't think about, that really impacts you.
Right.
Yeah.
So for those of you who aren't local, because the vlog is viewed internationally, we had a blackout here, how many months ago? In September, where all of a sudden the lights went out pretty much all over, actually not just San Diego, all over our whole
Southern California
to Yuma. And no one was really prepared. People were running to the grocery store, but at that point, that was us included. We actually hung out, right, Sarah?
Yeah, outside.
But it really showed you, that it's more than just having water and batteries and some food. If something really goes down and you have to support yourself and your family, what are you going to do? And so that's how this all came about. We just moved, and my friend Sarah was helping me, and she asked if the canned goods I had were going to go in our pantry, and I said, no, those are actually going in the garage to just keep them for emergencies. So we started talking about this group that her friend had started. And I realized, I know that you're supposed to have water, I know you're supposed to have some kind of food, but what else is there out there to do? And that's kind of what this group prepares you for. So what else is there to do besides getting canned goods and water and maybe batteries?
Let's just using the blackout as an example, okay, or the fires, because a lot of people were put out because of that too. I mean, there's no electricity, they had to turn off the gas. You should have propane or a stove, like a camping stove that you can use to cook your food, a backup generator, or your refrigerators. A lot of companies went out of business, delis and all that, lost thousands of dollars of food because when the blackout happened, they didn't have a backup generator to run the refrigerator or the freezers or something like that. So if you want to do that, if you're insulin dependent, you need to keep the insulin full. So one of the things I wanted to do was I was thinking about doing it, and then the blackout hit. I was thinking, oh man, I should have got that portable ice machine. It's $100 a Target, $130 a Target. So just make sure that you have extra fuel for electricity, extra batteries, a first aid kit, some sort of communication. We have a ham radio group, and after 12 hours, the cell towers run out of energy. They run out of backup batteries. So after 12 hours, if it lasted over 12 hours, there wouldn't have been a way to use your cell phone.
Oh, wow.
So, and the cell phones were already, a lot of people couldn't get through because so many people were calling. So ham radio is our backup for communication, local communication.
Interesting.
And
now,
food.
Right. What about food? What besides canned?
Yeah, I personally store dehydrated and freeze-dried food just because it keeps so long. And you just add water to it and you're good to go. Also store a lot of water. 1 gallon a day per person. And that's only for food and drinking. It does not include bathing or anything like that. So 1 gallon a day per person.
So do you suggest that everyone kind of take a part of their house and put it aside, like a part of their garage?
Yeah, you want to keep, it's better if you keep these things like food and stuff at room temperature. They'll store longer. You know, if you put it in the garage if it's hot, maybe that's not such a good place. But, you know, a lot of people have those storage places underneath their stairs. That's a perfect place to put it. Keep it nice and cold. You know, your closet, under your bed. You know, it's readily available.
Okay. The other thing about your group is that it's such a great community of people that are like-minded and kind of, you know, learning about the same thing and interested in the same thing. Why would that be important during an emergency? I got my kids fighting over here.
So they can babysit.
Yeah.
Help you babysit so you don't go crazy.
So we don't go crazy. Yeah, thanks.
Yeah.
So why is a community important when we're dealing with a natural disaster?
A community is everything. A community is everything. So not everybody knows something, right? You can have somebody that knows communication. You can have somebody that's a doctor. You know, those are all important things. People that are nurses, because these things are going to come up. You know, especially if you're rushing out of the house, if there's something like a fire or something like that. The hospitals are, they're just too crowded because of whatever's going on. Those are all important things to have in a community. And also, in a community and groups, you're safer. You can work better. You know, if there's raids or riots going on, a community offers protection.
Right. That's a really good point.
And a haven.
Yeah. Anything else that you think would be important to share with people that this is kind of a new concept too, and think, this sounds really crazy. I can't imagine this happening anymore.
Even if you don't buy into the whole, you know, end of the world economic collapse, you never know what's going to happen. That's the whole point. You live in different parts of the country. There's hurricanes, there's tornadoes, there's natural disasters everywhere. You should just be prepared for whatever happens. And if you have children, you want to especially make sure that you're doing something, because there's nothing worse than feeling like, hey, I could have done something. I could have been prepared and not have done it. Another thing is that it is not expensive to do. You could do it for $10 a week. You could buy huge bags of rice. You could buy beans. It's not expensive. A lot of people say they don't have a lot of money. Well, then they go to McDonald's, you know, and then you spend how much money there. It's very, very easy to do. You just bring a list with you, take it to the store, and cross things off as they come on sale or as you're going along. So
that's a really good point. I think that goes with my whole message of living a preventative lifestyle. It kind of can go over beyond just, you know, exercise and how you eat and those sort of things and taking care of your health. It's also about preparing your family for what could happen in the future. You just never know. So thank you so much. That was really interesting, and thanks for the great just educational hike around here. We really appreciate it. It was great to meet you. Until next time, thanks.